Thanks for sitting down. Straight to questions this evening.
Sure.
Okay. First question, Jade Evans, go ahead.
Thank you. Thanks, Brian. I wanted to, during the broadcast, you said that the game was a little bit dysfunctional. I wanted to get you, see if you could expand on that. And then also you subbed off Yamar shortly after the goal. Was that related to that, or, what was the decision there as far as subbing him off for Leo?
Well, the flow of the game, I'll answer that one first. The flow of the game just wasn't very good. I thought we had good possession, but we really weren't dangerous. I thought we could have been more dangerous, especially on the left-hand side with Jordan against Betashore and Nuhu in the first half, but the timing just wasn't there, trying to get in behind. So that's what I meant by, the game a little dysfunctional. And as far as Ymar is concerned, we made a sub. We wanted to bring fresh legs on. It had nothing to do with the goal at all.
Next, we'll go to Jeremiah Osham. Jeremiah, go ahead.
Yeah, obviously a couple big referee decisions in this one that went against you. Did you see anything on the goal? And then did you get told anything on the decision not to award the penalty?
Jeremiah, the referees are never why you win or lose games. They have a tough job. But I do think that, especially on their goal, there was a foul that happened. But the penalty on Raul, I haven't seen the replay, but he looked at it long enough, so I have to think that there wasn't anything there. They took a long time for that VAR review. So again, referees aren't the cause of it. We just need to play a little bit better, a little bit smarter, create some more chances. That's the reason for the loss.
A reminder, if you have a question for head coach Brian Schmetzer, please hit that raise hand function button. Next up is Mickey Turner. Mickey, go ahead.
Thanks. Coach, in the final third looked like it was a bit of a problem for you guys, connecting the final ball, not getting enough chances. I just wanted to get your thoughts on kind of your inability to really create a bunch of dangerous chances in the final third.
Well, we had a couple of good spells in the first half. Jordan getting around the corner, his, outside of the foot pass to Raul, a little bit in front of him. There were some other kind of half chances, half moments. Was it, I have to reflect on, going back to the 3-4-2-1. I thought Raul, Jordan, and Christian, on the top of the house shape with Obed and Albert was going to be a good look. But obviously we didn't create enough. Was it because of Nuhu and Kellen? Because wingbacks are important in there. I already addressed that a little bit. I thought Nuhu made some good runs, but the timing just wasn't there. And sometimes some of those long diagonal crosses of balls to open up the game, I don't think we did enough of those. We didn't change the point of attack near enough, because what you're trying to do, Mickey, is you're trying to draw them on one side, change the point of attack, and then try and get a 2v1 on the opposite side. And we just weren't effective there. So it's things that we can do better for sure, but it's also things that our team does very well. So, it was a game in a tough environment, and we ended up losing. It's not the end of the world, but we have to regroup and we have to learn.
Any first-time questions or follow-ups for head coach Brian Schmetzer? Looking in the queue and not seeing any, so
you can ask me a question, Alex.
No, it's okay. Jeremiah's got one for us. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
You mentioned wanting to learn. What is something that you think you can learn from this match?
Well, me personally, I set out this week in a 3-game week to try and get the supposed first team group out 2 games in a row on short rest. And it worked because we beat Minnesota and we beat Houston. But then at the back end of that, we didn't have our best performance. And so how I rotate the squad, the lineup choices that I make, those are the things that I always reflect on, Jeremiah. And so my message to the team afterwards was, yes, I'm going to reflect, but I needed them to reflect to see what they could have done better, because it almost felt again like, a little bit like Houston. I thought we had all this possession, but we didn't move the ball fast enough, and we had all this possession in the back, but were we really fearful of playing those balls into the pockets, turning, attacking our opponent with speed? Those are some of the things that we'll go over with them on film. And, we have 4-day lead, a good training week leading into Charlotte. And we'll try and correct some of those.
Jada, I see you. Go ahead with your follow-up, please.
Yes, Brian, in saying that, I know it's still early, but, so it sounds like there's not a cause for alarm to not be able to string together more wins in league play.
Look, Jada, we're at a point where every game matters because we're below the playoff line. So don't take my jovial demeanor tonight as a sign that this is okay. We are going to try and correct it. And we are going to have a good week of training, and we're going to try and have a good performance against Charlotte. And then when we have another tough road game, what I want the guys to have is that mentality to win on the road, because it's hard. It's hard in MLS. And so those are the things that we'll be working on. But, it isn't the end of the world, but we certainly are disappointed with the result.